And as you can see, I'm yellow. I had a rough childhood. I have rough life. I'll say it's rough. I mean, it's been painful. Not by my choice, but some of them are by my choice. And after these difficult times, I started asking questions about life. Like, what's the point of life? What's the meaning of in life? Why should I keep on living my life? Then I got into this Taoist perspective. I scroll a lot of YouTube videos. I scroll about lots of information on the internet about Taoism. And looking at the view, the word and the people, life in a Taoism perspective completely changed my life because I was this type of person that never believed that there's a God, that there's higher beings, okay, than human beings. Because you can't see him, you can't hear him, you don't know that they're there, but there is God. And I can prove it. I can prove it that there's God. I was I was masturbation addicted since I was 11. And as I became an adult, right, I never realized why I was always just depressed and lack of energy and never willing to do anything, never willing to try to change my life until I realized the problem was that I was lacking energy for masturbation addiction. And this development of internet, smartphones, and technology, we are just 1 seconds away from connecting to porn websites. Most fundamental energy that it generates when we're watching porn, we're just hooked into it because that's our life sources. But I want to make this thing clear that the reason that we have this sexual abilities, the reason that man like myself has a penis and balls is to repopulate, not to use it for pleasures. And the society is showing it sexual ability as a direction of destruction. They're marketing as to make money, which I call it evil's work, devil's work. But we need to understand how serious it is, how dangerous it is, how even a one time can absolutely destroy your whole being from sex addiction and masturbation addiction because there is God. Maybe not the same God that you guys are following. I used to believe in Christian Jesus Christ, but not anymore. I also believe that there's God of Jesus, and I also believe that there's God of Buddhist, and I also believe that there's God of Taoist. But I can guarantee there's 100% proof that you can find yourself that there's God exists and they're watching us. They're watching our behavior, they're reading our thoughts before you think about something. They know our thoughts before you think of something. God knows your thoughts already, and God knows what you're going to do. But what is actually making our life miserable? What is making you and me miserable? That is this greed. That is the greed. The feeling of wanting so badly. And for example, money and women. Like that's the what most men wants, right? wants women and money. But not everyone can have this beautiful thing. Then our soul gets corrupted. We find a way to feel this temptation and pleasures in a very dirty way. And I just want to tell you people, life is not about feeling that pleasures. Life is not about living for women and money. Life is, as far as I have understand about life, I have understand nothing, but as far as I understand, what I know is life is about enjoying your life. Purely, purely enjoying your life. But we are just overdoing. We just got corrupted by this internet and culture. We don't have. We're just living in an autopilot mode. We're not really living our life ourselves. We're living by this, by the people that are surrounded. We're living by the society. We're living by the internet. We're getting influenced by these influencers that you just, even if you watch a person for 5 10 seconds in TikTok, that person is influencing in your brain forever. And that's what you should really think about, because even if you scroll one Instagram TikTok for 20 seconds, that person whatever that person is saying, you're going to remember it till the last day of your breath. But I wanted to know how to live a life well, how to live a life well. And I don't know if it's God was helping me to understand, but as far as I have understood is that you have to live your life clean. You have to self direct yourself into the right ways. You have to monitor your thoughts. You have to filter your thoughts. You have to observe your thoughts and see which thoughts are wrong and see which thoughts are right. When you get this bad ideas in your head, we think about things, million billion things in a day, in an hour. Sorry, million things in an hour we think about. Then we should be able to control these thoughts. If not, then you are just autopilot mode. You're living by your instincts. What happens then? What if everybody's in this planet Earth lived in this instincts in autopilot mode? This world would be exploded. But I can tell a lot of people, including myself, is living in autopilot mode. We're always seeking for pleasures, and that is dangerous. That is absolutely dangerous. From what I have experienced, sex, like I said again, sex and masturbation is to repopulate. It's God's gift. It's, yes, it feels good, but it's not there to make you feel enjoyable all the time. Uh, but it's hard to explain. But I can tell you this: addiction, I mean, sex addiction will get your soul dirty. It will get you into this monster being without you even realizing it. And we're like this energy sources. We're influenced by another human being, and we also influence another human being. So we are basically an energy. Uh, but like I said, God is there. God is there watching us, reading our thoughts. And your life is not working out for you. You have financial problems. You have family issues, bad stuff happening to you. I wonder why. I wonder why is that all happening to you? Because you're not taking care of yourself well. You're not taking care of your energy well. Because when you're not taking care of your energy well, the ghost, demons, gets to you. When you're this pleasure-seeking person, there's a ghost, demons, that loves pleasures, gets into you, in your body, in your brain. When that happens, what the demons wants is destructions. They want to see destructions of your life and your surroundings. So you're a bad influencer. When you let go of your spirit, living in autopilot, only living for pleasures, you're becoming this evil character. I mean, you're literally becoming an evil because you're uh like have you guys watched the Exorcist movie, one of those? Yes, a demon actually comes to your body, living in your spirit, ruining your life. Like I can't like prove it with the pictures. I cannot prove it with like actual thing, but I experienced it and I can bet my life this is real. Um, but there's also gods, good gods, that wants to protect you. They're only able to protect you when you're protecting yourself, using it, your energy forces right. Um, so how to be connected with gods? I mean, I never knew how to connect it with gods, and I never knew how to pray to gods. I never knew one of those stuff. But ever since I got into this Taoist religions, I'll say, or Buddhism, Buddhist religions, this methods, the praying methods I do is I play Buddhist music or Taoist music, and there's a saying that they're singing, and I sing the same stuff that they're singing. You know that our words have power, right? So if you talk about God, the God listen to you. So in Buddhist music, there's a lot of songs. I mean, the songs is basically is calling God, seeking for help, like the Buddhist music or Taoist music. The when you look into those meanings, it's about hmm? Okay, I don't know what you're saying, buddy, but when you're singing this Taoist music, the song goes like, Holy God, please give me a protection, give me a wisdom, give me a bright future, give me a clean view, clean eye, stuff like that. When you're singing songs, speak it out, God starts to protect you. And you feel it differently. You feel here. You feel instantly different. You may feel anxious before, depressed before, angry before. As soon as you start singing, whatever Buddhist, Taoist songs, you start to feel different. And that's when I realized, oh, God actually exists. Not only that, after I sang those religion songs, a couple days later, good things coming to happen. Like I used to wake up in the morning with such a regret and painful feelings inside of my heart. After singing those songs, I don't feel that none of that feelings anymore. You know, then that I realized this is the power of God. This is the divine protection from God. Because when God is not protecting you, you're sensitive, you're depressed, you're all this type of negative emotions, which is karma, is there to attack you. And but then when you are seeking help from God, when you clear yourself out, when you try to redirect yourself into the right ways, God comes to you and help you out. But He's not gonna like, oh, you're such a good person, man. I'm gonna give you so much money to give you abundance. No, it's not like that. Uh, sure do. God sure do gives me abundance, such a peaceful state. No problems or anything like that. Unless I start to use my emotion wrong. When I start to be angry over nothing, when I start to be uh, like hurting others, when I start to be mean, it's like karma exists. Karma comes back to you when you hurt another living being. Bad thing happens to you back. But not only when you're hurting someone, when you even think about bad things, when you even think about bad things happens to you. And what I have realized is God is helping you to redirect your thoughts. And that is amazing. That is amazing. I mean, I can't really explain it all with my stupid brain, but it truly exists. Stupid puppy, man. What you doing over here? So I see, like, when I watch news, there's lots of people suiciding. They just end their life themselves from lack of money, past traumas, mental diseases. But there's nothing you can't fix in this life. If you want to fix your mental, if you want to fix your life, it's all up to you. The God is not going to just be there for you unless you want the God to be there for you. But in order to be God to protect you, you need to have a clean and uh, living like mindset, thoughts, deep hearted, and that's the point of it. Because when you're a negative person, when you're always wanting to hurt others, when you're always this pleasure seeking person, God cannot help you. Only demon can. So it's so important to start thinking differently about our lives ourselves, start reacting differently to this events that's happening to our life, and start praying to the God for the divine protection. And one day, one day, we'll see. We'll see the result that is actually happening. That God is actually protecting you. Yeah, I think I'm speaking the same thing over and over again, but have any questions, please give a comments. If there's anyone who watches this video, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette now.